Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 5th. Nope. It's not September 5th. It's October 5th, Cancer. So, Cancer, let's see what's going on for you this week. If you want to catch me live, by the way, I go live every single day at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All you have to do is subscribe, hit the bell, notification icon, and you will catch me live. I feel like some of you definitely need a break for sure with this first row here. You have the Eight of Swords and the Devil, but you know what the thing about the Eight of Swords is that to me it can just represent needing a vacation. And maybe you can't go on vacation, but maybe you need like a staycation. Maybe you need to kind of like take care of yourself, heal yourself here in this situation, in whatever's going on in your life. So definitely feel like it's time to kind of rest, relax, recover. I would say, again, Mars retrograde as well. We should be taking care of ourselves. We should be listening to ourselves, our bodies, and things like that. If we're feeling too tired to do something, we probably shouldn't do it, plain and simple. But this looks pretty good for you. Your overall energy is a Nightingale here. I feel like someone's trying to speak up here in this middle row. This Nightingale card, it's like about fearless speech. It's about speaking up in a situation. I feel like someone could be a little secretive. You have the Knight of Cups here in your middle row. The Knight of Cups to me could represent someone who comes off as mysterious or secretive, but they just come off that way. They're not really, exactly like that. So we're gonna have to dig into that. I do feel like some of you need to speak up in a situation as well, but we're gonna dig into this and see what that is here, Cancer. You have the time for a nap card. So like I said, I feel like it might be time for you to take a nap here. Yeah, you have like this observer card as well. I feel like it's time for someone to prove it to you here as well, Cancer, with this observer card. Because I feel like you're like saying to a person here, like, okay, prove that you want to be in a relationship with me, for example, here, Cancer, or prove that you actually want this to work out. So I feel like some of you, that's what you could be observing. Here, you have the Eight of Swords, the Three of Cups, and the Devil here. So I do feel like for some of you, it's like you have observed toxic behavior from a person. Could be like a third-party situation as well with that Three of Cups. But I feel like you see it here. I feel like you didn't want to see it in the past with the Eight of Swords. Sometimes I think we get into relationships, and I hear from people all the time in my readings and in the daily readings, the last questions, and they'll say things like, is so-and-so cheating? I always tell people, if you have a feeling that something is going on, you really should be trusting your instincts, because there's probably something happening. There's probably some sort of change that has occurred in the relationship to make you feel that way. And that's what I feel here, is it's like I feel like you sensed a change, or you noticed a change in a relationship, and it's like you're not sure like what is going on in this situation. I feel like you're just not really sure. Some of you, maybe you think the person's cheating. Maybe you think they have a addiction or some other issue here. And again, this is coming up in the past, so I feel like this has kind of already happened. Maybe you thought this person partied too much, or they went out too much with the Three of Cups. Maybe they were too social as well. Maybe this person was a little bit too flirtatious with everybody that they came across. Maybe they didn't give you enough attention. I'm getting like a million things in my head here for you, Cancer. So, I feel like you dealt with that situation. Now you have the Knight of Cups as your overall energy for the present position here. Knight of Cups, of course, is the Knight in Shining Armor. So I feel like there could be love coming in for you, but for whatever reason, I feel like there could be unfinished business with this past person. I hesitate to call it unfinished business, because I almost feel like you are choosing to walk away from a past person for some of you. But at the same time, I feel like this new love is also mysterious. I almost feel like this person, I put the card down, I was getting the word secretive popping into my head as well. Again, the Knight of Cups has the appearance of being secretive in a lot of ways. It's just because they're kind of like a mysterious person. They're not necessarily holding any secrets or anything like that here, Cancer. Yeah, the fish could be a Pisces. It could also just be someone who has been through a lot on their own themselves. I almost feel here. It's almost like you two could be marrying each other here, the Fool. I don't know. I feel like you're going to take a leap of faith towards this person. So if this is a new person, I feel like you're just going to go for it, especially if it's a new person. You have the Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. Again, I feel like that this person here, it's like they could remind you of this person here. It's almost like this person has certain traits that remind you of a past person. I don't think they're like this. I don't think they're like this devil energy that you have going on in this first row. So if this is new love, I feel like it could be a very good person coming in for you. For others, again, you have the Wheel of Fortune, Six of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. Again, I feel like this devil could be trying to come back into your life. Maybe they have unfinished business or something, but Again, if we go this way here, you have the Devil, the Six of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles to me is a card moving on. Queen of Pentacles, I have alternative meanings that I use for the tarot, and the Queen of Pentacles to me is a card of the crossroads, card of picking a new path. So I feel like for most of you, just intuitively, you could be picking a new path. I feel like you're too defensive. And I don't mean this in a bad way, Cancer. I feel like you are just too closed off with the Nine of Wands here with this bottom Devil energy. So I feel like you're just moving past it. It's like you're choosing to turn the wheel in another direction. I feel like you're choosing to turn towards something new, basically. And I feel like that'll make you happy. So if you're moving towards this new love, I feel like you'll be very happy. A lot of luck showing up here. The other thing that stands out to me here is if you are starting like a new project, a new business, if you're building something with the Knight of Wands as well, I feel like it's like a gift from the universe with the Six of Cups. These Six of Cups to me can represent obstacles being removed from your life. It can say maybe you're working on a new project or new business. Wheel of Fortune, a total turnaround in your situation. So it's almost like there's a lot of luck, a lot of success coming in for you here. And, it could be like a gift from the universe. So I definitely like to see that for you. You have this patience card here. And so I feel like you have to be patient at this time. Healing chaos. Definitely probably healing from a past situation. So maybe you just don't want to rush in to a relationship with this new person here, Cancer. I would take your time. I really feel like you're marrying someone. I can't stand the word marrying, right? Because I feel like it's just like a buzzword. It gets thrown around all the time. I do feel like this person has also gone through a very similar situation as you, Cancer. I feel like they were with a person who partied too much, who drank too much, who, did something too much. It's like they were overindulgent in some way. Maybe they were a sex addict or something like that. I feel like whoever you're attracting into your life, it's like they had a very similar experience, but I feel like you're both trying to heal with this energy. So again, I would just be patient. I would take your time with a new person and just take your time to open up to that person as well. I feel like they need to take their time as well. Like I feel like this person that you'll be meeting, this Knight of Cups here, who's probably a Pisces or a water sign at the very least, I feel like they need to heal as well. You have the Queen of Pentacles, Temperance, Nine of Wands. Again, I feel like you're slowly but surely opening up here with the Temperance and the Nine of Wands. I feel like for some of you, this is definitely kind of like a new beginning coming in for you here. Queen of Pentacles, new path. You do have a lot of reconciliation cards, I will say. I mean, some people do consider Temperance to be a card of reconciliation. Three of Cups, reunion, and the Six of Cups. I mean, some people consider that to be reconciliation. And the Wheel of Fortune. I don't consider the Six of Cups to be an ex coming back. But the Wheel of Fortune, I do. So I do feel like this could be someone trying to come back from the past. I mean, like I said, for the most part, maybe you're healing this, but I really feel like for most of you, you're moving on. I'm going to pull an extra row as well in just a second. But let's clarify through and kind of like see what exactly is going on in this situation. Between the Eight of Swords here and the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Fish. This is your true soulmate. You have the Fish right here. This is called the Fish. So I feel like there is a true soulmate coming in for you. That is also card of a harvest as well. Definitely, it's shaping up to be a very lucky week for you in general. The Eight of Swords kind of says, set yourself free. I do feel like that is saying that you have a choice, of course, but I feel like someone new is going to be just amazing for you, Cancer. Between the Three of Cups and the Six of Cups, you have the Two of Diamonds. Again, I feel like you thought this person in the past here could have been a good match, and I really feel like you put a lot of energy into it, but maybe it wasn't. For others, the Two of Diamonds is a card of a settlement, and I don't normally say that, but it is popping into my head. So you could be receiving a financial settlement, like in a legal matter, or something like that. Between the Devil and the Knight of Wands, you have the Clover. Really lucky week for you. This is like a 4-leaf clover. It represents a lot of luck coming in for you here. The Clover kind of, what's popping into my head is understanding your value. I feel like you need to understand what you deserve, and it's more than this right here. And maybe that's what this situation here woke you up to. It's like maybe you have learned your worth, or you have learned your value, and maybe you are learning that this Devil person just didn't value you at all. I feel like you have a lot of love to give, and like this person I feel like they just sucked it right up. This person's like a sponge, with this Three of Cups. I feel like they're just excessive is what's popping into my head with these two cards here. So I feel like everything is too extreme, And I feel like that's what this is saying, is that this person just sucks everything that comes into their life. Love, drugs, drinking, partying, whatever. So it's like they just want too much of something. So I feel like you have realized your worth and you're not willing to settle for less. Between the Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Three of Clubs, which is a card of second chances. So again, some of you might choose to give this person a second chance. And again, like I always say, I'm not here to tell you what to do. So that's totally fine. And again, for some of you, it will work out, of course. But, some of you could be giving a second chance. Three of Cups to me could also just be a second chance in the sense that you're allowing new love into your life. Like you're opening up to a new person. It could be a second chance in any other area of your life as well. Between the Six of Cups and the Temperance card, you have the King of Spades. This card is called the Lily. Again, I really feel like it just is representing the lesson that you have learned here. The Lily kind of represents a spiritual lesson that you have learned. And again, I feel like you have learned your value with this Six of Diamonds. Six of Diamonds is a card of imposter syndrome. I always tell a story with the Six of Diamonds. It's called the clover. But it represents a 4-leaf clover. If you were a 4-leaf clover in a patch of 3-leaf clovers, all the little other 3-leaf clovers would be making fun of you for having an extra leaf. You wouldn't know that you were the symbol of luck, right? So I feel like you have realized your own worth. And I feel like that's a spiritual lesson with the King of Spades. Between the Knight of Wands here and the Nine of Wands, you have the Eight of Diamonds, the key. It's almost like you have, I feel like for some of you, if this is someone coming back from the past, I feel like they gave you too much time. I feel like they disappeared for too long. They might be trying to come back, but I feel like that time apart has allowed you to look at the small details. It's allowed you to look at all the little things that went on in the relationship, and it's made you defensive towards this person. So again, for most of you, I feel like you're moving on towards true love here with the King of Diamonds. And again, it's called the Fish. Could be a Pisces. It doesn't have to be. It could be any sign that you are attracting into your life. I do feel like it could be someone who's a little bit older than you. Someone who's really good for you. Yeah, you have the Fox here as well. I would be careful of taking this person back, because the Fox is a card of tricking yourself into something or being tricked in a situation. It's a very tricky situation. So I would be careful of, taking this devil person back from the past. And by the way, like I said, not everybody's going to resonate with this story of excess and overindulgence and all that other stuff. So if that's not your story, I mean, by all means, again, this is a general reading. So that's what I'd say there. But, again, I would be careful of tricking yourself. You have the Five of Spades here. Five of Spades is actually a playing card. And when I first started this channel, I was only reading playing cards. The Five of Spades represents taking some sort of risk. And so I do feel like some of you could be taking a risk at this time to do something. Probably just start new love. In your bottom row here, you have the Jack of Clubs here. Yeah, I would say don't beat yourself up over the past. We have all this retrograde energy going on, Cancer. And the Jack of Clubs is a card called the Whip. And it represents like whipping yourself in the back, beating yourself up for things that happened in the past or in your past life. So I feel like you need to not do that. I'm going to pull an extra row for you. Yeah, you have the Embracing card here. It's like you're just embracing this person's nature, basically. Look at this. I like this. You have the Ace of Cups here. The Queen of Swords, definitely being a little defensive in new love, but that's okay. Chariot, major victory, you. So I love when people show up in their own reading, because it puts you in a position of power and strength. But look at this. Ace of Cups, Queen of Swords, Chariot, definitely some sort of victory in love for you here. I feel like you're really valuing yourself with the Chariot. That's the story of the Chariot, by the way. These two Sphinxes represent other people or other situations in your life, but ultimately you are the one that is in control of your own life here on the Chariot. So it's a card of hard control. There are two cards of control. Well, there's kind of three, and we'll talk about that in a second, but there's two cards of control, the Strength card and the Chariot. Strength represents soft control, and the Chariot represents hard control. It means like you are in control of your destiny at this time. So it's like you're really taking control of your own universe. There's all these stars above here in the canopy of the Chariot. Number one, it represents like as above, so below, but it also represents the fact that you are in control of your own destiny. And again, it's like you're allowing other people into your life here. You're allowing for situations to happen, but it's like you are taking control of your life. You are realizing that you are the center of your own universe. So love it. You have the Ace of Cups here, Queen of Swords. Again, I feel like you're opening up to love, maybe a little bit defensive with the Queen of Swords, but she has her left hand out. It's a symbol, it kind of represents the fact that she's being a little bit guarded, but she is opening up to love. So I do feel, usually the Queen of Swords to me represents needing to open up to love, but I do feel like you are opening up to love here with this Queen of Swords. I feel like there's a great deal of clarity coming in for you here as well, Cancer, in your life, probably in just multiple areas. I'm noticing the clouds, like Queen of Swords, she's starting to come above the clouds. Wheel of Fortune, there are clouds on the Wheel of Fortune, and then the Ace of Cups is coming out of the clouds, so a lot of clarity. Yep, what do you know? You have the sun. The sun in the Lenormand represents clarity, exactly what I was just saying. And it also represents happiness and celebrations. You have the Two of Spades here, probably thinking about this past breakup. That's why you're being a little bit defensive. And the Ace of Spades, the anchor. The anchor represents like pulling up your anchor on a boat and moving forward towards something else. So again, I feel like you are just going to be committing to something new, something different in the future with this Anchor card. This is one hell of a reading. I actually really like this for you, Cancer. I feel like really I would say the most important message here is this down here. It's like you have realized your own value. You have realized your worth. It's like, and the Chariot really also kind of confirms that for me, because not only does it come up in the same row, but the Chariot says that you are in control of your destiny. You are the one that's taking control now. I feel like you're not just freely giving in love. I feel like if someone proves, if someone comes in and gives you love, then you're going to give love back. But it's like you're no longer just going to over invest in love. I feel like you're no longer just going to throw yourself into a relationship. If the other person also does that, then that's a good thing. Again, I feel like you're creating, this is going to create a balanced love situation. I always tell people, like, we can't go into a new love situation defensive, right? We should give that person a benefit of a doubt, because it's not fair to punish a new person for a past person's mistakes, as far as I'm concerned. And so I don't, again, I feel like there is a little bit of more balance coming from your side. So I do like that. It's like you're not just going to give everything to a person right up front. I feel like you're not being defensive. So that's the distinction I want to make. It's like you're not punishing this new person, but I feel like you are kind of just, taking your time, being a little bit more patient, just seeing where things go. And I like that. So I like this reading for you. Really good. So thank you for watching, Cancer, and definitely enjoy your week.